Welcome back to Scrapbooks Made Easy with Beth. Today I'm going to show you a really quick 5-minute page and a couple of tricks using the trimmer. So if you haven't played with the trimmer, it's amazing. What you're going to want to do is pick 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to show you 2 different things. That's why I have 3 here. 1 designer, 1 cardstock, or at least 1 designer and 1 tonal. So we are going to take our designer paper and put it at 4 inches, and we are going to go down to 5. If you haven't played with the trimmer, our case is 1 inch from the middle of the trimmer where that blade actually comes out to the end of the casing. So if you're trying to cut at 6 inches, instead of trying to line up the white line with the 6 because you've now buried the 6, you can put the end of the case at the 7. So the end of my casing is at the 7 in order to get a 6-inch cut. So it's at the 7 now. I'm going to push down and go forward. I'm going to rotate my paper 1 time. Again, put it at the 4 inches. Bring my casing down to the 7 to make a 6-inch cut. Turn my paper again, put it at the 4 inches, go down to the 7, and then one last time, turn your paper, put it at the 4, a little off there. Take my casing to the 7 and go up. And now you have a floppy piece of paper, which is what you're supposed to have. Now you're going to turn it over, and now pull the arm out because you're going to be cutting at 6 inches. So 6 inches, and now you want it at 4. So you can see where this is, so you can cut it there, or because I want it at 4, I'm going to put my casing at 5. And then you should be able to just pull that out. Turn your paper. Go to 6 inches, down to the 5, so you're cutting at 4. Pull that out, do it again. Go down to the 4 and do it one more time. So you will end up having 4 pieces that will become your mats. I'll show you in just a minute. All right, so it's also a great way to get 4 mats out of 1 sheet of paper. And then you have this fun piece that goes in the middle. So what we're gonna do with that is, and this is where you can do it on a piece of paper that is just more muted. I want to use that side because it's fun. And then with these, now you're going to take them, and depending on your preference, you can either cut at 1 inch or a 1/2 inch. I am going to stack all 4 up, and I am going to cut a 1/2 inch off of them. And I'm going to show you samples with both in just a minute. So I'm going to cut that off. Then I'm going to do the same thing this way. So I'm cutting off both ends. And again, I'm doing this one at the 1/2. And now this becomes your mats. And then if you have some kind of a embellishment or a sticker, you can put that in the middle right there. Once you have this part done, then you can take an embellishment or a sticker and put it there. If you've accidentally cut the corners too far, then you could put something little in a corner. Now you're just going to decorate. So you can put it on a background like that, or we can move it to a solid background. It all just depends on what look you like. So you can do it either way. I liked the orange better behind it, but you get the idea. You're just going to now put a piece of paper that you like. So the Magic of Christmas just came out. So I have one that I did with the Magic of Christmas. Here, this was just the blue piece of paper on the back of the gingerbread houses. So I let the blue come through as the matte. And then this one, where I cut the boxes down for 1/2 inch, this one I cut at 1 inch. So the only difference is you're seeing more of that paper, whether it's the solid or your decorative paper behind it. Easy page, you can get at least 4 photos on here. You could even take one here, mount it, put a foam square behind it, or something to make that one pop. Thanks for watching.